All right, VV Nation, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Now, here we try to keep you on the right side of the market, keep you making money. Now, the market, it's a crazy place today, right? We saw Eli Lilly down 10%, so I'm not going to, talk about drug companies today. AMD beat on everything. I liked what I heard, but the stock's down 8%. And along with that, SMCI down 30%. Obviously, we saw the news about that earlier today about the auditor quitting. So that being said, I'm going to put you in a safe place if you plan on being bullish over the next few weeks. And the reason why, there's a couple reasons. The first reason, this sector is the #1 sector in the VectorVest 7 program, showing momentum to the upside. And when I went to go look at the chart, I got a great chart pattern formation breakout to the upside. I just had retest and the sector is moving up today. So if you want to know a great spot to be in, I'm going to give you some great stock recommendations to hopefully profit from. So if you're interested, stick around and let's get started. We're in the VectorVest 7 software and just take a quick glance at the homepage. Do you think it's the best time to be buying stocks right now? Well, it's mixed, right? We can see the ticker just went to green. We got a green light today. But look at the mesh of colors here. We got green, red, and yellow lights. The major indices are mixed right now. Volatility in the market ahead of the election. Thus, that's why I want to put you in a great space if you plan on being bullish for the short term. In that space, over here in the lower right, we've got the top RT sectors. And at the top of the list, it's going to be banking. With so much noise in the economy and on the news right now, I really just wanted to hone in on the chart and ignore the noise. And this is one of the best chart patterns I found as far as a sector going forward. You can see the ascending triangle pattern. I mean, look, we got a clear breakthrough with a nice retest on this level. And now as far as the short term, look, 3's above the 8, price action, found a level of support right at that 20-day EMA along with the top of this ascending triangle. Nice full body candlestick today. If we take a look, the high at 54.51. If you want some confirmation, taking out yesterday's upper wick, coming in at $54.56. We're approaching that now, just 6 cents away from the high. So I know the video comes out tonight. Come tomorrow, if we see follow through in this space, let me put some hot stocks on your radar so you can be ready. All right, VectorVest, I've got 7. That's right, 7 bank stocks for you. I started out with about 30 and I went through all the charts and made sure there were nice patterns that I can actually get enthused about. Now, that being said, I also went on the safety venture. So you can see that majority of these stocks do have an RS well above 1. And on top of that, all of these stocks are undervalued right now, with the exception of HLI, currently trading at 168. We value it at 144. But other than that, these are undervalued, safe stocks, forecasted data. For the most part, you see double digits to the upside. Only one stock with a negative sales growth rate right now, and that's going to be GGAL. And the only reason it made the list is because it had such a high value safety and timing. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this is more short-term bullish momentum trade. So you can see the RT relative timing, looking at the magnitude of the short-term price trend, all in the bullish manner. Now, on top of that, all of these stocks do currently have buy recommendations, showing me that they're trending up and have at least decent fundamentals. First up, GGAL. Just looking at the chart, you can see exactly why I like it. Nice, smooth, lower left, upper right. Since the stock has taken off, since about August, the last few months, you can see the momentum clearly to the upside. But look at the valuation. The stock, I've talked about this pattern a lot. I prefer a stock to be undervalued, value on the rise, price action on the rise. I like what I see here. And as far as the forecasted data, pretty good for the most part. You see sales growth rate coming in at 37% to the upside, is climbing. Forecasted earnings per share also on the rise. However, the sales growth rate is the one negative thing I have to say about this, coming in at -9%. Here we have Northeast Community Bank. Similar situation to the stock we just looked at. Value on the rise. The stock is undervalued. Moving averages in our favor right now. Look at price action, finding a level of support right at this 20-day EMA. Looks like we might even get a bullish engulfing candlestick. Therefore, we just got to wait for confirmation tomorrow. But with the 3 about to cross back above the 8-day EMA, hopefully, and price action above the 20-day EMA, I think this is a great short-term trade. Now, the forecasted data, not the greatest here. We see the growth rate and earnings on the decline, but still ending in positive territory, 19%, sales growth rate 16%, along with a rising EPS over the last 6 months. Now, here's a very popular stock amongst the VectorVest community. I know this has been a top VST for quite some time. This is Access Financial, but again, look, undervalued. We're getting fresh buy ratings here. But this is the pattern, and this is actually a great trade setup that I like here. We got a falling wedge pattern, so let's zoom into a 6-month time span. Actually, let's do a 3-month. You see a breakout above that. Let me take off value. All right, we got the breakout above the downward trend line. Retest 3 remains above the 8-day EMA. We saw some consolidation here, but it looks like the bulls trying to break out. We got a nice full body candlestick. Currently trading at 67.79. I like this chart pattern. I like the space. This is probably going to be one of my #1 picks for a short-term swing trade on the list. Now here we've got JPMorgan over the last year. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Nice lower left to upper right. We see some consolidation over the last few months, but price action just hitting a brand new 12-month high. Nice full body candlestick today. Let's zoom into a 3-month time span. Yeah, we got a gap down today. However, look, buyers are coming back in. We see the momentum. 3 remains above the 8. Price action still well above the 20-day EMA. And look at the forecasted data, 14% on growth rate on earnings. Sales, 12%, rising earnings per share. Like what I see here, especially not even if you're just a short-term swing trader, but a long-term position to add to your portfolio. I like JPMorgan. Next up, HLI, nice price action over the last 3 months, lower left, upper right. The 3 is currently below that 8-day exponential moving average. But look, price action trying to get back above that 8-day EMA, finding a strong level of support right at this 20-day EMA. I'd like to see price action break above the high here. It looks like it's going to come in from October 25th, the high at 169.21. Let's surpass that by about 10 cents just to get confirmation. But I think buying this dip, if we get that confirmation, not a bad idea. Here we've got Bank of Cali. I do like that it's hitting a brand new 3-month high, clearly showing momentum to the upside, all the moving averages in our favor. But this is what I see. We got an ascending channel here. We're currently at the top of this channel right now. Very little room until we hit that resistance level. Therefore, if you're in it, you know, maybe taking some profits if we see retracement at the top of this channel. But as far as getting into it, wouldn't be there today just because, like I said, we're at the top. You know, if we break out and really get some momentum there, not a bad idea. But when it comes to playing these ascending channels, I like to be in at least in the lower half of the channel. Last stock on the list is the Royal Bank of Canada. I mean, look at the price chart over the last 6 months. Lower left, upper right. I know there's a little bit of a dip right now, but if we can get the 3 back above the 8, you know, again, I don't want to just show you stocks with nice, pretty chart patterns, always hitting new highs. I know a lot of people want to buy the dip. I want to see some confirmation. So if you're thinking about, you know, buying Royal Bank of Canada on the dip, here's a high price of $124.36. We're only about half a dollar away, right? I'd like to see some confirmation. And if price action can get back above this level, I'd imagine that's going to put the 3 back above the 8, price action above the 20-day EMA, all the technicals in my favor for a short-term swing trade, right? Now, as far as forecasted data, pretty good. Growth rate and earnings, 8%, sales growth rate, 14%. If I go to a year here, look, earnings per share, that's again forecasted data, 12-month leading forecast, nice lower left, upper right. On the rise, I like what I see when it comes to Royal Bank of Canada. Well, VV Nation, I wanted to put some great stocks in a great space for you, especially with all the noise, the volatility. We all know the election's next week, right? Volatility is going to trick up. If you're going to play the VIX, not a bad idea, right? But if you want to get us some safer style stocks, do some swing trading, make some money, banking stocks, have it on your radar. You saw the 7 stocks we went over today, some great trade setups occurring. Some others put on your list, some trade setups may present themselves in the near future. Everybody have a great night. Semiconductor Thursday. Tomorrow evening, we have a lot to talk about. SMCI, AMD. I'll see you there.